Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Yomi no Tsugai, Chapter 5. When we last left our heroes, Yuru, Dara, and Hana spent more time getting settled in their new life in the lower lands. Specifically, Yuru got to meet Hana's Tsugai, the four-tiger and the rear wolf, or rear-tiger and the four-wolf. I think it was four-tiger and rear-wolf. This cute little cat and dog, they're just sort of fun. I imagine they're going to be, like, real badass later on, but right now they're sort of adorable. We spend some more time with the Kagemori side of things, as we see that, like, there really is this nice camaraderie between them. They don't feel evil, is what I keep saying. And we see in Yuru's section that he's distrustful of the village, and also kind of Dara and Hana, though not as much, thanks to their ties to the village. But the Kagemoris just sort of seem nice. You know, the master is sort of concerned about Asa's well-being now that Yuru's out, and so maybe even other people in the Kagemori could turn against him, turn against her, I mean. And so he sends Jin out to be, like, in charge of capturing Yuru for whatever they want Yuru for. And what ends up happening is this plot, where Asa gives Jin some of her blood, and along with the sort of anglerfish Tsugai eye that Jin has, is able to convince Yuru that Asa's with him, drawing Yuru out, and Yuru is caught in the teeth of the Tsugai anglerfish. And that's where we leave off, with that battle right about to begin. So let's dive right on into Chapter 5. We have this little, previously on page setting up all of the characters, Asa, the fake Asa, Yuru, Sayu-sama, Jin, the new Tsugai, everything I just sort of went over. But we open, however, back with Dara and Hana. Oh no, we must find Yuru-senpai! I must find Yuru-senpai. Well, Yuru and Jin face off. Because when we last left them, they realized that, like, Yuru had taken out Dara's hatchet, and we're like, he's gonna get caught in some sort of legal imbroglio for carrying a weapon without a license. You're right. He doesn't know the rules of the lower lands and might hurt someone. And Hana sees another side of things. That's true, but what will we do if Yuru gets hurt? And Dara comments, even though you said you dislike children, you're very kind, Hana-chan. Huh? Why are you talking nonsense? He doesn't have a lower land ID. And Dara thinks, well, yeah, since he just left the mountain. Oh, that means he doesn't have health insurance! His treatment must be out of pocket. Goddamn! They're right. Alright, I don't know what I was expecting that to be, but it wasn't fucking that! Now they're both in a full-on panic. Oh no. And Hana calls to her Tsugai, Jiro! This is Yuru-kun sent. She like pulls out the robe he was wearing when he left the village. Find him. And Jiro smells it, and he's just disgusted by the smell, but he still flies out to go find Yuru. We're counting on you. And Jiro is just like flying over the rooftops. Okay, so the next thing she does is pulls out her like maps app on her phone. Interesting thing though, because last chapter we saw Dara with like a flip phone, but here Hana has a smartphone. I don't know why he has such an older model, but okay. Kotetsu, please help. And Kotetsu like puts its paw on the map and starts like swiping. And Dara sort of comments, Kotetsu and Jiro are Tsugai who can use technology. And Hana tells him, they're passed down the generations and have been living here a long time. They've adapted well. Well, where is Jiro now? And Kotetsu points it out, he's gone to Tokyo. And Dara sort of panics, how did he get there? And here, Hana's just very much displeased. It must be Sayu-sama. But Dara starts thinking about it. Lost? No. He must be after something. And then we have our cover page of the gang, or of Hana like filling up her car at a gas station as Sayu-sama and Yuru leave out water and hay for the horse that powers the car. Eat a lot and run far. Chapter 5, Jin and Yuru. I will say, like, I was expecting, and not, I was expecting a lot more of the, like, seriousness that you remember from FMA, right? FMA had plenty of comedy, too. But, like, when I think of Arakawa and comedy, I think Silver Spoon and not FMA. Even though FMA, has its very funny moments. But, like, this is just matching, like, the best of Silver Spoon's gags. Like, the health insurance bit is on par with the bit at the graduation scene in Silver Spoon. The unemployed horror face. It's just a really funny bit right there. I'm sure there'll be a better thumbnail later on in the chapter, but, like, that's a strong choice for one. Anyway, chapter 5, Jin and Yuru. Which, there's an interesting thing, because up to this point, all of the pairs for the chapter titles have been sort of obviously tied together. Yuru and Asa being twins, left and right being the same Tsugai, Dara and Hana being partners, Love and Truth being the same Tsugai. Jin and Yuru are not the same. There's nothing connecting them beyond being on opposite sides of a conflict. But anyway, we cut to Tokyo, as I think this is Jin saying, the people of Higashimura also want the twins in their control. However, they wouldn't come for Asa just after their village was attacked, right? They might take this chance to catch us unawares. That's why we were prepared. Save me having to look for you. Thanks, big brother. He's just, like, taunting Yuru, but he also seems to think that Yuru is still, like, this was like, Granny Yamaha's orders, and not, like, Yuru acting on his own, which is interesting. But Yuru takes the hatchet and tries to cut through Ai's teeth, and does nothing, and thinks, it's hard. And one of Jin's henchmen just says, your Tsugai are hiding, right? Come out. But they don't. Left and right are still hiding behind a pillar, and right asks left, what to do? And left tells him, I don't smell metal. I don't think they are armed. But right counters, but there is the scent of Tsugai. 2 pairs at that. Probably the Tsugai of those 2, looking at the henchmen. So I guess they're not counting the Tsugai pair they've already found. They haven't summoned them, but want us to show ourselves. And left and right sort of take in that sort of, like, hypocrisy there. But they're all on board with it. Right gets up, and left picks up, what will be. And they just, like, casually walk over. Oh, there. And then, like, the smaller henchman talks to them, stop right here. Your master has been captured. If you value your master's life, and there's, like, thud sound. I feel like this is going to be Jiro. Or no, they just keep on walking. Hey, stop now, your master is a hostage. And right asks left, who should we take as a hostage? And left looks at them, let me see. That bored looking one, looking at Jin. And Yuru apologizes, sorry for being rash, Sayu-sama. Well, it's understandable. And he points at Yuru, stay right where you are. Why? And left tells him, you staying there would keep one powerful looking Tsugai from action. And Yuru, like, acknowledges that. Oh, that makes sense. Will do. And Jin is just a little stunned at, like, what's going on here. Why is the Tsugai giving orders to her master? And the little henchman reacts, don't Tsugai usually prioritize protecting their master? But Yuru, I love Yuru, like, moving Ai's teeth to, like, tell the Kagemori gang what's going on better. I gave them carte blanche. And Right is ready for a fight. You do things your way, we do things our way. Our opponents are weaponless. Let them off. This is a left line. Our opponents are weaponless. Let them off easy, you on the right. That's my line, you on the left. And they're, like, getting ready for the fight. And Jin tells Makoto-kun, and Makoto, I'm guessing about to, like, spit up the knife from last chapter again. Oh, no. The reason they couldn't smell any weapons is because Makoto was just storing a shit ton of guns and swords and shit. Holy hell. That's a lot of stuff. And all 3 of the Kagemori get, like, pistols from that and just start shooting. And Yuru recognizes that from the raid on Higashimura. That's Sayu-sama, that weapon is dangerous. But they just start shooting it at the Sayu-samas, and it does nothing. They just sort of walk it off. Jin's sort of frustrated. Damn. And Right just sort of, like, brushes like the dust off his chest. Oh. And left almost, like, taunts Yuru there. What's dangerous? We're made of rock, after all. I mean, you can shoot rock. You can shoot rock and it will break. It's a thing that rock will do. But Yuru's sort of stunned. Right. And then the bald henchman grabs this, like, grenade launcher, it looks like, and shoots at Sayu. It still isn't really doing much damage. What's that? What a bother. And left comments, a sort of rifle? And then they just keep on firing. All the Kagemoris are firing, but right just eats it. It doesn't work. And then Makoto shoots something out at right, hits him on the head, and left comments, a stone lantern? And then Jin draws his blade, the bald henchman with like a crowbar goes at left, and left just like catches it in her palm. She's not bothered there, and he yeets the guy into a pillar. Good shit there. Jin tries to like slash Jin slashes right in the shoulder, and his blade just shatters. And right tells left, they're not weaponless. No need to go easy on them. Yeah. And then the smaller henchman calls out, oh no, out of the way, Akio, which I guess is the bald one's name. I'm summoning them. And both left and Akio look at him in surprise. And the henchman summons his like giant turtle Tsugai. Akio runs out the way. And it seems to be like it's not actually falling onto left, but it's either it's putting some sort of pressure onto left, or left is putting some sort of opposite pressure onto the turtle. I can't quite tell which. But right sort of taps his foot there. Oh no. Oh, okay. Something taps right's leg, and it's this like bunny rabbit, which I guess is the other part of the guy's Tsugai, and he just like kicks at right's leg, stunning right, huh? And then he jumps up and like decks right, knocks him over, and then kicks his legs out from under him, just like going to town on this giant of a man, this itty bitty little bunny rabbit, you know, whooping ass. And Yuru from the teeth prison, what's happening? And right calls out, some help, you on the left. Sorry, you on the right. I can't move. So it's the turtle. So the turtle is doing that to left, not the other way around. And like just the force of this turtle is like shoving left down. She can't do anything like that. But I love this turtle is so serene. He's just sort of enjoying himself. No stress. He's just gonna vibe on top of left. And right is just, what? It's heavy. It's very heavy. Help me, you on the left. Do something yourself. And Yuru looks back towards the Kagemori guys, who are sort of like taking it easy a little bit while the Tsugai do all the work. And then Yuru looks up at the pipes in the ceiling of the parking garage and taps on Ai's teeth. And as left continues to face the turtle's weight, Yuru draws the hatchet. That's it! And he throws the hatchet between the teeth, and it knocks into the turtle, like hits the turtle in the neck, freeing left from its attack. And left takes the opportunity to run up to Ai, and ready's like a drop kick. Out of the way, Yuru! And just shatters Ai's teeth all the way down. And she comments, it's weaker than those teeth, referring to Gabriel. And Yuru runs out of Ai's mouth, grabs one of the shattered teeth, and throws it at Akio. And Akio just grabs it. You know, we see the other henchman just like stunned. Akio's just so chill there. I like him. I think he's fun. But as Right continues to take a pounding from the rabbit, Yuru calls, right, son! The last rule of the bathroom is... And Right's just like, what? And then he realizes what's going on there. Lights off! And he roars, shattering the lights up top. That's what Yuru noticed when he looked up a few pages ago, was not the pipes, but the lights. Okay. Stunning the Kagemoris, and then it all cuts to black as the silence fills in. And the Kagemoris like stand there awkwardly. Haruo, you there? Haruo is the other henchman's name, we now learn. Yeah. And it's the rabbit telling him, the kids' Tsugai's presence are getting further away. They've escaped? But then Jin thinks, no. Akio Tsugai is standing guard. So Akio Tsugai are already here. I don't think they can escape. Big brother. And then we see, like, even the exit lights are shattered. And Jin flashes back to what Asa told him last chapter. My brother has a hardcore hunter mentality. And he realizes that Akio Tsugai isn't trapping Yuru in there with them. He's trapping them in there with Yuru. And Jin realizes how fucked they are. And Yuru, armed with the hatchet, is going for Jin's legs. Jin realizes just in time to get out of the way, but like he takes a hit. Makoto-kun. And Makoto summons a like spotlight to light up the room. I love the way like the shadows are done here. Like there's just a lot of good, neat shadow work in this panel. The way like everything is confined to that one little circle of light as everything else is in darkness. It really like it's some good framing there. But Yuru has sort of captured Jin. Akio and Haruo are not pleased with this, and Yuru raises his knife up to Jin's throat. And Wright tells them, you guys probably know already. Yuru is the knight of the twins. And Left fills in, the darkness is his hunting ground. Things will work out no matter what. And Haruo is just sort of almost enamored by that. Oh, absolute trust towards their master. That's cool. And given by the rabbit's reaction, I'm guessing Haruo's Tsugai don't feel that way towards him. But anyway, Wright goes on, well, we would have captured you even if Yuru hadn't. And Left reminds them, we can smell you in the dark. And Jin thinks, I see. It's better not to assume someone who grew up on the mountains are the same as us lower land people. And Yuru gets like questioning Jin. You're Kagemori? Your family was the one that attacked my village? And we get this shot of the knife getting closer and closer to Jin's neck. And Jin tells him, I was the one in charge. And Yuru grips that knife a little harder. We can see the vein bulging at the top of his hand. And Haruo calls, Jin-san! But Left stops them. They're like, nah, this isn't your fight. And Yuru just like sits there in anger for a moment. And then sighs. You have a small smoke signal, right? You can talk to people from afar. You used it just now. And Jin, after a moment of like not knowing what he's talking about, realizes, oh, smartphone. And Yuru tells him, ask Asa to come here. I want to talk. And Akio, was that his name? I already blanked on the Baldi's name. Akio? Was that it? Where is it? Where was it? Fuck, I know it's on here somewhere. Yeah, Akio. Sorry, I blanked on his name completely. But anyway, Akio asks, talk? And Haruo, not give Asa to me? Don't the people of Higashimura want the twins as well? But Yuru just stops them. I don't know about them. I came here on my own accord. And Jin tells him, then come to the Kagemori mansion. Asa-san also wants to meet you. But Yuru counters, no one would voluntarily enter a bear's den. Ask her to come here. Do you think you people have a choice in this situation? And we get a little shot of like reminding us of Jin's newfound leg wound. And Akio like begs, wait, at least let me stop Jin-san's bleeding. He'll die. But Yuru counters, I only wounded him slightly on purpose. But go ahead. And Jin sort of is shocked at even at Yuru's like kindness there. You did it on purpose? Yeah, because you, Jin-san, right? You had no intention of killing me. If you had the slightest intent to kill, I would have answered in kind. Which, like, once again, we're seeing that, like, despite the fact that the Kagemori even presented to Yuru as evil, we're seeing time and again that's not really the point. That's not really the case. There's a lot more depth there than Higashimura and Dara and Hana are really letting on. There's a lot more to this story than we've been able to see yet. But Haruo is just like terrified of Yuru's intensity there. People from the mountains who aren't civilized by modern culture are scary. And Yuru just thinks, if he wanted to kill me, he could have done so from the start. Thinking back to when like he was in Ai's mouth for a good long while. And Wright looks over at Ai. That fish is the glasses guy Tsugai. The rabbit and turtle are that guy Tsugai. And Left tells them there should be another pair of Tsugai. Yours? Looking at Akio. Yes, there are. Mine. And Wright questions, why haven't you summoned them? And Left, are they unsuited to battle? And Akio gets up, no, they've been here all this time. but they're too large to fit in the parking lot. And Haruo shines his flashlight into the door, and we just see a giant fucking eye. God damn. And Yuru left and right are just like, oh, fuck. And the Tsugai outside tells them, I can force my way in, though. And Jin just says, I won't ask Asa to come here. Now that, Yuru is aware of the playing, what Yuru thought the playing field was is, completely reversed. Jin is now the one with the power in the situation. I won't ask Asa to come here. If Big Brother comes to the Kagemori mansion, he won't do anything to you. You noticed I had no intention to kill you, right? And Yuru sort of takes stock of the situation. A rabbit and a turtle. And there's that, referring to the fucking eye monster. It'll be too much for Sayu-sama. And acknowledging that, he surrenders. Very well. I'll go to the Kagemori's house. Don't be disrespectful to Sayu-sama. And Jin sort of adjusts his suit, gets back up. Of course. Your guests will treat you well. And we see the dog boy, Jiro, watching all of this. Will monsters or snakes appear? That's the end. Okay, this was a really fun chapter. I want to talk about the iconic comedy bit. Good lord, the health insurance line is... That just sent me. That just knocked me the fuck out. Fuck. Without being able to prove that he's a citizen, he doesn't get public health insurance. Fuck. That's just... Yeah, that's just they're millennials. You can tell. You can tell they're millennials. Quality, good work on... I love, there's something about, it just feels like Arakawa knows her audience is, aged since FMA. The same people reading this probably read FMA when it first came out. And they're no longer, edgy teenagers. They're now 30-somethings or even, late 20-somethings with, health bills. That's the kind of comedy that people are in for nowadays. That's just it's a good bit, and also sets up the fact that very, very soon, Dara and Hana, who again we can't quite trust, are going to know that that Yuru is gone with the Kagemoris. So we'll see how they handle that. The fight is just a lot of fun. There's so much fun going on in this fight. How ridiculous Haruo Tsugai are. The turtle is one thing. I just love how fucking calm he is. And also, the rabbit just, whooping Wright's ass. Quality shit. That is quality shit right there. But also, Yuru, I like seeing, we're told Yuru has this, hunter mentality. And I like that he's good enough at that to even, move that sort of use your environment to your advantage mentality into a modern era that he is just not familiar with at all. He knows enough to know that lights come from those things. Comes from, light switches, light fixtures, so to speak. And that, if you can destroy that, he has the advantage they won't be able to see. And as he is the hunter, he's the one who can really, really fight in the dark. And I also we're continuing to see, even in this much more combat-focused chapter, that the Kagemoris aren't just, pure evil. There's something going on. They're not on the same side that Yuru is. They have some sort of larger end goal that may or may not be a good thing. But they're not evil in the way that, it's really easy to play villains just sort of being evil. Even something like Chojin, which I'd argue is also in that same sort of are the good guys really as good as we think they are, still has, you see some of those villains and you're they're evil. Chandra, he's just sort of evil. The No Mask Man, he's sort of evil. But not here. All these guys seem like they're genuinely good people. Opposite sides of a conflict, to be sure, but still genuinely good. So now that we're going into Kagemori HQ, I'm really excited to see how all that plays out. There's also just some more good shit here. I love the reveal of the giant eye. That's just I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds lately, and it reminds me of the bit, I think it happens with both Misty and Carly when they first play their Earthbound Immortals, and there's that moment where Divine and Aki are what just happened, and they look out the window and there's a giant fucking monster staring at them. It's that same shit. It's that same quality shit right there. Like, it's just good. It's a good bit. And also, like, that Yuru realizes, like, Yuru is a smart enough hunter to know when he's lost. He can't win this fight. He could win against, you know, the basically beaten fish, and maybe even the turtle and the rabbit too. But throw that giant in, and he's already lost this fight. So he sort of has no choice but to acquiesce to Jin's demands. And with that, we sort of move on, you know? All of a sudden, we're going to have this confrontation between Yuru and Asa. I'm very curious to see what's going to play out there. I feel like next chapter is going to signify some sort of change. A sort of, you know, well, it's sort of been implied that maybe the village is less trustworthy than the Kagemoris. The next chapter will solidify something. Solidify how we should be viewing these two factions in an important way. I'm not quite sure how yet, but I think that's sort of where we're building towards. So suffice to say, I'm excited to see all that play out next time. But with that said, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you'll enjoy the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!